Welcome to the Student Academic Learning Services Introduction to Fractions video. In this video we are going to define a fraction and then look at an example. But before we can get into any arithmetic, we must first understand what exactly a fraction is. A fraction is any number that can be put in the form a over b, where b cannot equal 0. All fractions have the form a over b where a is the numerator and b is the denominator. Just so we have an idea what a fraction actually looks like, let's look at the fraction 1 over 4, or 1/4. In this fraction, 1 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. Now that we have a definition in place and we understand what a fraction actually is and what it looks like, we can start to perform some mathematical operations on these fractions. In order to add or subtract fractions, we are going to follow the following four-step process. Step 1. Check the denominators to see if they are equal. Step 2. Find the lowest common denominator if the denominators are not equal. Step 3. Add or subtract the numerators and copy the denominator. Step 4. Check to ensure that we are in lowest terms. Let's take a look at an example. Here we have the fraction 3 over 8 plus 1 over 8, and I've included our method up here in the corner just in case we need to reference it later. The first step in our method is to check and see whether the denominators are equal. Here we have 8 in one fraction and 8 in the other fraction, so they are equal, meaning we can skip step 2 and proceed directly to step 3. Step 3 is adding the numerators 3 and 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. And we're just going to copy the denominator down. Now, our next step is to move on to step 4 and just check and see if we are in lowest terms. In order to do that, we're going to list the factors of each number. So the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. And the factors of 8 are equal to 1, 2, 4, and 8. Here we can see 4 is the greatest common factor. So we're going to take that greatest common factor and we're going to divide it into both the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to have 4 divided by 4 on the top of the fraction and 8 divided by 4 on the bottom. 4 divided by 4 gives us 1. 8 divided by 4 gives us 2. Now it should be intuitive that because we use the greatest common factor, the resulting fraction is going to be in lowest terms. And 1/2 is in lowest terms because there is no number that divides into both 1 and 2 to make this fraction any smaller. That concludes our Introductory to Fractions video. If you have any questions regarding the material covered in this video, I strongly encourage you to come to the SAL Center located in room 204 of the Student Services Building and make an appointment with the appropriate Learning Skills Advisor. Thanks for watching.